While most MMORPGs send you through hours of fetch and goblin kill quests before you can even see the first dungeon, Fellowship skips all that and pushes you and 3 others into well-rounded dungeons, focusing on killing 1 or 3 bosses on the hunt for better gear while visibly broadcasting that you suck in increasingly tougher instances. With the Holy Trinity in the fold, a charming art style that could be described as World of Warcraft 2.0 and surprisingly varied classes, Fellowship had a free demo preparing itself for a launch later this year. After spending more time in this demo than in most other MMOs, I invite you to join me and together we explore what this demo had in store for us and what awaits us in Fellowship of the Ring. Starting off with the general idea. In Fellowship we pick 1 of 3 archetypes, being tank, healer and damage dealer. While the demo gave us 2 characters of each type, the full release should have much more heroes and will gain even more classes throughout its launch, which hasn't been fixed on a specific date yet. After a quick tutorial on the general idea of the game's mechanics and explaining what a tank, a healer and a DPS is, we are quickly joining a group, spamming AUG and start the first dungeon from the base. While the simple way to find a group consistent of 4 people was possible through 3 means shown in the base, it further provides us with gear stashes, a stable for mounts, talent trees and enough scenery to satisfy any MMO enthusiast. Once the dungeon opens, we guide our group through various mob groups, killing enough enemies for the percentage counter on our way towards the final boss, seeing us utilize the different skill sets of our heroes to race against other players in a pissing contest, which is the damage meter, while the tank keeps the aggro and takes care of damage mitigation, while the healer, well, who knows the answer, I kind of feel like a teacher now. Once we are at the final boss, a challenging battle ensues with a handful of mechanics we need to dodge and work around, while these are getting beefed up and even are accompanied by additional mechanics when the difficulty level increases. Those difficulty levels are being unlocked numerically, with us starting off at 0, finishing a dungeon giving us access to +1 difficulty. Finishing this gives us access to +2 and who knows what comes after that? Yes, Uniback? No, you can't go to the bathroom. Apart from an increase in difficulty levels, each boss fight further provides us with new gear equipable in the base, gems to attach to said loot and even level ups for our classes, gaining new abilities and talent points to allocate in the comprehensible talent trees. After finishing a run, we can instantly jump right into the next one and chase the rush of new loot, a tougher challenge and the futile search for online criticism and toxicity. Oh no, I found it. With a game focusing solely on dungeon runs, the combat is front and center as well, and it delivers in most cases, at least for me. The 2 tanks I was able to play felt completely different, with one being a shield-bearing knight, who builds up combo points to use an AoE hitting shield slam, increasing her damage mitigation, while the other uses various techniques to gain defensive buffs as well as empowering her damaging abilities, which simultaneously heal her for the amount of damage she deals. This class variety in the same archetype allows for brilliant replayability, meaning we can easily switch to a hero in the same archetype and the gameplay feels entirely different. This variety is also the case in the DPS and healer department, with the former group consisting of an Ice Mage, building up orbs to use for powerful single or AoE attacks, while the other is a time-sensitive warrior swinging around a big hammer, focusing on a swing meter that needs to be perfected, or in my case, neglected, resulting in bad damage numbers.
This guy stinks!
The last group with the healers having clever styles in store for us as well, with one focusing on direct healing and resource management for runes, while the other sends out butterflies, putting up heal over time effects. Furthermore, each hero has an ultimate ability empowering their respective field, with Helena the tank empowering the defensive power of the whole group, while Sylvie the vegan splits the health of every group member evenly, securing their survival for a short period of time. If you are interested in a more in-depth look of all the classes, let me know in the comments, and while you're at it, hit the like and subscribe button as well. With the combat styles having been addressed superficially, we will take a look at the dungeon design in an equal manner. The pack demo gave us access to up to 7 dungeons, with the first 4 taking 10 to 15 minutes per run and having 1 boss fight in store for us, while the other 3 take a bit longer, reaching the 20 to 30 minute mark and giving us 3 bosses to fight. Each boss fight has unique mechanics, which are, for me, a self-proclaimed MMO veteran. I mean, I've played World of Warcraft back when it was good. The boss mechanics, especially of the first dungeons, are surprisingly deep and bountiful, compared to the usual tank and spank fights most MMOs provide us with at first. One sees us fight a siren, trying to push us off the ledge, requiring us to hide behind a pillar and endure her alluring song by chaining us to a shipmast. While another sees us roll a ball of coin through piles of plunder to keep the boss from recharging their health points. This shows me just how determined the developers of Fellowship are to provide a fun experience even for veterans of the genre, while the increase in the difficulty level might be a tad much to scare off novices to this game style. As mentioned, each finished run allows us to follow up with the next higher level, obtaining better gear and more skills and talents. While each difficulty level powers up the enemies and reducing our character's effectiveness, unique curses like falling meteorites or frozen rings are just the icing on the cake, pun absolutely intended, making each run feel tougher and less repetitive. The higher the difficulty level goes, the grander the rewards are, with better items split into various gear slots and also the addition of set bonuses, as well as gems we can attach to our gear. With these different loot items, we upgrade our heroes in the power department with pure stat enhancements, equipping pieces for the head, shoulders, knees and toes, as well as rings and other jewelry, while each item can have a chance of a gem slot, being fitted with even more bling to unlock powerful buffs. These items can further be changed by a few crafting options, swapping an item for a different gear slot or scrap them to obtain the valuable gold coins we use for item upgrades. Apart from the equipment itself, we further have customization options found in the class-specific talent trees, which obtain more variety and points the further we enhance through the different difficulties. Those, combined with even more spells we gradually unlock, the playstyles of the different classes get complexer and deeper, providing an amazing gameplay for each and every one of them. Praising the game as a whole is easy after the rather packed demo playthrough. Fellowship offers a ton of fun for MMO veterans, scrapping every side content and just leaves the dungeon crawl and equipment hunt. The amount of quality of life features already available, the at first glance great balancing and surprising boss mechanic variety shows that the developers are MMO veterans themselves. With the currently biggest downside of a lacking release date, Fellowship should sit comfortably on every MMO fan's wishlist, even if it lacks the essential skill of fishing. What are your thoughts on the game? Would you agree with my high praise? What is the meaning of life? Let me know in the comments and have a great day or evening.